About a week ago, I was digging through some old electronics when I came across this, the memory card to my very first Animal Crossing game save. This thing is like a time capsule. I think it actually used to be more blue, but now it's just kind of, not. Immediately though, I wanted to test this thing out and see if my town was even still there. The problem is I sold all of my GameCube gear ages ago. So I took to the internet and bought myself a Nintendo Wii because A, the Wii was backwards compatible and maybe I want to get into City Folk again, who knows? But when it finally arrived, there was one issue. The Wii that I got was the Family Edition. And if you don't know what that means, basically it was the cheap one where they got rid of all the backwards compatibility that I was kind of looking forward to. Devastated, I went back to the internet, handed it more of my money and got a Nintendo GameCube. But now everything is finally hooked up. And for the first time in maybe, 20 years, I'm gonna see what my villagers are up to in the original Animal Crossing. And if I know anything about this game, I may not remember how long I've been away, but my villagers certainly will. So let's hit start. I've kept my reaction completely fresh. I do not remember if this was even the town that I had, but I'll know pretty quick if the character name is what I think it is. And there I am, Jerry. I don't know why I called myself Jerry. I think I just didn't want to be Dan because it sounded boring. Don't ask me how Jerry's any better. Jerry is holding a golden shovel and is a fan of Xbox. That's all I know about him. What is he doing with this golden shovel? It looks really worn out, so I'm a little bit concerned as to what he was up to while I've been away. I only have 3 letters. I've been out forever. What are you talking about? 3 letters. Okay, I got a boring note from home. I got an ad for Nookingtons. Apparently they're really excited about a table. And the Happy Room Academy has given me a score of 32,153 points. I don't know if that's any good. I imagine my house is full of roaches. Did I lose points for that? Did they even notice? Maybe the roaches have died by now. I also have an old ad that I never opened. There's a museum letter in here. You used to send fossils to the museum. And then the HRA probably hassling me about something, but whenever I got a letter from them, I never opened it. I did not like dealing with them at all. As for my inventory, I don't have any gold tools other than the shovel, it seems. I have a chewed up axe. I have some random items here, a birthday cake, a soda machine, Donkey Kong. I also have a festive tree. Now, one thing about this game that I'm really excited about is that you had old NES games you could literally play, so I might check that out later. I'm gonna save my house for last. I wanna see how the town is doing. I want to see how the villagers are doing. Oh my gosh, I didn't remember how many houses were in this game. Who's here? We have Maple, Pee-wee, Ellie and Cashmere, Kit, Pudge, Patty. Okay. Gabby's here, Boots, Punchy, Gwen, Buzz, Huggy, and Kabook. I don't know who Huggy is. Okay. Are these villagers going to remember me? Are a lot of them new here? I just don't know. And just to look at what events I've missed lately, apparently there's mushrooming season that's upon us. And then before that, it was the fall sports fair. I don't remember if I ever did that or not, but it was on September 22nd, so I did miss that by a long shot. Let's walk around a little bit. One thing I know for sure is that I have all the different fruits that the game had to offer, and I made sure when I got this game to tell every single friend I had about it so that I could get all the fruits. And I even made sure that if they rolled a new town, I told them, hey, like if you get, I think maybe pears or whatever I had, like you gotta try again. Here's Maple, who apparently just moved here from X Factor. I don't know whose town that is. Would you like to be friends with me? Okay. All right, my first interaction was pretty good. Maple is new in town, does not know what kind of scumbag I am, because I just leave. I just leave people behind. Let's see. Pee-wee's not super excited to see me, but I don't know if Pee-wee was here before. I'm Pee-wee. You got a problem with that? It's okay if you do, really. Anyway, let's get together sometime. Okay, so Pee-wee, also new in town, doesn't know who I am. We dodged another bullet. Here's Nookingtons. This was, the final upgrade for the store. It's massive. Maybe we'll go inside later. This is my golden tree, and I think you get this tree when you plant a shovel in like a little money spot. So that's pretty cool. I kept my golden tree after getting my golden shovel. That's exciting. I also have another Xbox related sign. I don't know. I don't remember being this obsessed with Xboxes. I also have the golden statue. You get the statue, I think when you pay off all your loans, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't know I had this either. I think I actually, in this sense, beat the game. So I bet you I got this and then stopped playing. I probably felt pretty satisfied by that point. Okay, so apparently Buzz was in town when I last played. Remembers Jerry. What's gonna happen? I hadn't seen you in so long, I had my doubts. So Buzz didn't know I was alive, that's fair. I was kind of hoping Buzz would tell me how long I've been away. Usually they do that, but I think that ship has sailed because I already said hello. So we got that initial introduction over. I got to find somebody else who can tell me how long I've been in cryo sleep. So here's Huggy saying, I totally thought you were involved in like a horrible accident or something, seriously. I mean, don't you think it's kind of weird not showing your face for like 190 months? Okay, so that is almost 16 years ago, according to my calculations. 16 years. Just say 16 years. What are you making me do math for, Huggy? I did look it up, by the way. Huggy is no longer in the Animal Crossing series, probably because people don't like math. One thing I never did in Animal Crossing was try and get a perfect town, because I just found it entirely too hard. Let's just see. I want to know how the town is doing. Okay, when you get this warning about very little green in specific areas, that means you don't have enough trees. So yeah, I'm probably nowhere near close to having a perfect town. The weeds would be the thing that kills it for sure. Who is this? It's Boots. Let's see what Boots is up to. Are my eyes screwed up or what? Over 190 months have passed since you disappeared. I just figured you'd left for good. Well, I kind of did. I did kind of sell all of my equipment. Gabby also thinking I was involved in a horrible accident. 190 months, so on and so forth. I'm just glad I didn't ask Copper to look for you. Wait, what? It's been 190 months and you thought to call the police and you said, oh, no, he'll show up eventually. I want nothing to do with Gabby. That no one checked on me. No one wanted to know how I was doing. No welfare checks. Jerry's just doing his thing. He'll be fine. I know I'm not giving much of a town tour here, but there's not a whole lot to see. It looks like I've planted some flowers here and there. In this version of Animal Crossing, all you could really do is plant flowers and trees and fruit trees. And that's about it. You know what I'm surprised at, though, is that there are no, from what I can tell, there's no coconut trees. And you would plant those basically on the beach or right next to the beach, but nothing. No coconut trees whatsoever. Anyway, speaking of the cops, let's see how the Lost and Found is doing. Okay, it's mostly just pads of paper, but there is a carpet in here, a classic carpet. No, I don't really want that. And an optical shirt, which I think is just some shirt with some geometric shapes on it or something. The clothing in this game, honestly, it's pretty iconic in its simplicity, but it's also just unexciting. I guess at some point I named the museum, and this museum is called Le Boredom. I guess that's an indication of how I felt about this place. And you know what? If you played the original Animal Crossing, maybe you would call it that too, because donating to the museum in this game is miserable. You can only donate things once, at a time, and then Blathers doesn't give you a choice. He will tell you about every single thing you donate in a lot of detail. I found another sign. This is Jerry's tree. What is it about this tree that's so special? I don't know. I don't remember, but I staked a claim on this particular tree, and now someone's put their house in front of it. I don't know who this is. Let's find out. It's Gabby, who was rude to me, considering the fact that she thought I might be dead or kidnapped and didn't bother to check on me. So of course it's Gabby's house in front of my tree. Kit seems pretty chill. Good afternoon. It's been quite a while. How have you been? Patty, on the other hand, is not happy to see me. Hey, Flake Master, I'm standing right here in a fully noticeable place, and you don't say hi? For the past 190 months, I've been waiting right here for you to come and talk to me. And what really fries me is that maybe you noticed me the whole time and totally didn't care. So what's going on? Nothing. Never mind. I like how Patty went from complete 10 out of 10, 16-year grudge to, anyway, how have you been? Oh, I was going to say hi to Pudge, but Kit said something to upset him, and now I can't talk to him. Seems like Punchy was another villager who was here once upon a time. You're looking at me like I should know you, but, oh, this is embarrassing. I can't quite remember. What's your name again? Jerry. Oh yeah, Jerry, right. It's okay, I didn't remember either. Man, I knew I'd seen you around before. Yeah, so what did you need me for? I love how they're like, oh, it's been a long time. They do not care how I'm doing. It's just like, what do you want? Why are you talking to me? And honestly, maybe I'm being a little needy because at one point I've staked a claim on a pond. This is my pond. This pond is mine. That's what I said all those years ago. Who lives over here by my pond? It is Kabuki, who is not home. I've been avoiding going inside villagers' houses because I assume they're not home, so why would I go in? You can do that. In this game, you can go inside their houses and mess with all their stuff while they're out, which is really weird in retrospect. But Kabuki was kind of right outside, so have I gotten a bit taller since last time you saw me? War har 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 har. I guess you wouldn't really change much in 190 months, would you? No. Famously, everybody stays the same in that amount of time. Anyway, why are you talking to me? Yes, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. If you greet me after we haven't seen each other for 16 years, that's the reception you're going to get from me too. I relate to everybody in this town. As mean as they're kind of being, and how, you know, they didn't check up on me, I can't imagine living my life any differently. What is Snake Lake? Why is this named Snake Lake? Who called it this? It's not Jerry's Lake. It doesn't look like a snake. It's Snake Lake. I don't even think there's snakes in this game. What is, why? All right, well, maybe it's time to actually do my house tour now. We've checked on everybody in town. Now let's go see what this place looks like. Please don't mind the cockroaches. Yeah, sure enough, cockroaches everywhere. What is this? There is literally a statue that you can turn on and off that if you want it to, will pee on your carpet. This is something that Nintendo actually put in this game. You know how we're all saying that, oh, Nintendo should like remake the original Animal Crossing? This is why. This is why they're never going to do that. I'm looking around and it seems like this room is decorated for all the holidays at once. We have like Halloween wall and floor, and then we have like festive tree and festive chair. Uh-oh. And now my controller is like not responding to me. What's going on? It could be the batteries, but yeah, hopefully it's not broken. These are not easy to come by anymore. Anyway, so this is the main room. I have a pet hamster that somehow managed to survive after all this time. Maybe someone's been feeding it. I have a picture of Tom Nook greeting you, the first thing you see when you walk in. And then there's also this notebook. And what's really cool about the original Animal Crossing, this is something I wish they'd bring back, is that you actually have a notebook full of events. And so here's today's date. Yesterday was Explorers Day. We just missed that. And then we have the Halloween on the 31st. I love the idea of all the different, months being accounted for here, and you can see exactly what's coming up when. I think this is really cool, and I do miss this feature. Other than the walls and floor, though, I mean, for my main room, this isn't too bad, as funny as it is. Like, ignoring the holiday decorations, I had like a kitchen here with a little bar. I had like my entertainment set up, and there's like, there's like a place to sit over here with TV. I mean, it's honestly pretty cozy, and I'm impressed with myself. As for home expansion, there's an upstairs and there's a downstairs, and I think that's it in this game. I think you just get a room that gets larger and larger until finally they stack another room on top of it. So let's go see what's upstairs. Ugh, disgusting cockroaches. It looks like I have a game room up here, though. I see a few Nintendo consoles. I see a Mario statue, which is really cool. The N64 logo over here, which is also a slot machine. Okay. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Oh, look at that. I got all sevens. And then I have my pool table and ping pong table. You know what's kind of funny is I did this in New Horizons. I had a foosball table and a pool table next to each other with like a carpet in the middle. This carpet is not one I can pick up either. This is like, that's the whole floor is that particular rug. Also a gold Mario statue. The GameCube logo over here. There are some cool items in this game. What are these games, by the way? We have Excite Bike. No thanks for now. Balloon Fight. We have Mario Bros. And we have soccer. And as we saw earlier, I also have Donkey Kong in my pocket. So that's pretty cool. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I have all the games that you can get from, I think they come from like a lottery that Tom Nook has. Anyway, we'll just kind of put Donkey Kong here for now. Oh, right. And when you move things around, if you want to get rid of all the roaches in your house, you can literally take the furniture, drag it back and forth, get a few roaches, and then you can also do this. It's just so horrible. You just want to like speed clean the roaches in your house. Just go ahead and move some furniture on top of them. But okay, all the roaches are taken care of upstairs. If I remember right, the Happy Room Academy judges you on your main floor and your upstairs, but the basement, you can't change the floor and the wall in there, and it's totally yours to do whatever you want with. So for me, it was kind of a storage room, if I remember. Oh boy, here we go. I can turn on the lights, and we have, yeah, it seems like a storage room down here for sure. We have the rest of my games. They all ended up down here. I don't know why my cool gold medal is down here. There's a couple gyroids, a piano, a totem pole. Okay. A silver fishing trophy, kind of embarrassing. I can see why that's in the basement. We have the bell. Like, there's all kinds of interesting items in here. And then check this out. This was storage back in the day. So these are my shirts. A #1 shirt, blue Aloha shirt, and another blue Aloha shirt. You can only store 3 things in each locker, but you can get as many lockers as you want in your house, as many as you can fit. And I just stored a bunch of clothes. This is reminiscent of how I am in New Horizons, I think. I get clothing and I store it. Why do I have so many of these Aloha shirts? It's such a waste of space. Okay, modern tile and modern wall. So I'm guessing that was probably what was upstairs before I decorated for the holidays. I have a blue balloon, a bamboo fan, and jungle camo. So more clothing. I want to check out these games too. I have an NES, but it doesn't have any software. So it's just kind of like a decorative NES console that you can still interact with, but you can't play anything. I have Balloon Fight again. I have some golf. I have Donkey Kong. So I guess I have a couple of Donkey Kong copies on me. I have a third Balloon Fight game. Why do I need all these? I have Super Tournament, which is not an NES game. It's an April Fool's joke. Pinball, which is pretty cool. Wario's Woods, which I don't remember at all. And baseball. I don't know if this is all the games. I do know there's a couple of hidden titles. I think Mayor Mori talked about them recently. Which is another reason I kind of wanted to play this again, because people were talking about how those were discovered recently. But yeah, I like that I just have like a dingy game room. This is perfect. Let's try pinball. I want to show you that these are actually playable. L, R, and Z will get me out of the game. And when I say these are playable, I mean it. If you have a second controller, you can hook it up to where two people can play together. The controls are a bit weird. It does work though. I mean, I am playing pinball. Once you figure out the controls, it's not so bad. I completely lost it there. Okay, so L, R, and Z then. Let's get out of here. Yeah, sure. Make sure to save that to the memory card. We wouldn't want to lose my amazing score. You know, seeing this place again, it's kind of inspiring me to play again. I want to go to Nooks and just see what's on sale. Maybe there's something I want. You probably are wondering too, what am I going to do about all these weeds if I do start playing again? Well, if you play at like 3 a.m. and Wisp comes out, you can get him to pick the weeds for you, I think. So I might actually do that. Look at Tom Nook in his little suit. All business, okay? Tom Nook doesn't care how long I've been away. He's just glad to see me. So I guess this is where you can buy those signs that are all over town. When I say you can't decorate the town, I guess it's a little disingenuous. I think you could just put these signs wherever. So that's kind of cool. And then Timmy and Tommy are actually upstairs, and here's all the different furniture. This is why everyone wants like an expansion to Nooks in New Horizons, because the store expands quite a bit. They were also in charge of selling the clothing. Able Sisters is just for custom designs in this game. And so like, look at all this. We have 2 different tables. We have this wall here, 3 tables. We have a clock. We have this cool lantern, and then 3 different wallpapers and carpets, you know, and this is just the upstairs, not to mention everything downstairs. And then like in New Leaf and other games, the store got even larger. So I am jealous to see all the different things in here. Another thing I wanted to check real quick, my finances. Pally runs the post office and the bank. So if I make a deposit, we can see that I'm not doing too bad for myself. 1.4 million plus the 61,000 in my pocket, and all my loans are paid off. So that's cool. If I did want to come back to this and collect some new stuff, be pretty easy time. At the end of the day, was this worth buying a GameCube and a Wii? I think so. This was a lot of fun, and who knows, I might end up revisiting it in the future, which is why maybe you should either subscribe, or if I did revisit it, I'll just put the video on screen now and you can check it out.